Hello and welcome. My name's Tom and I will be leading today's interview. Here at OFP, we are interviewing some of our most successful traders in order to try and understand motivations, their general backgrounds, how they trade, both in their mentalities and in their specifics. And this will be through a graphical representation using something like TradingView. Today, we will be talking to Omer, who has been with us for approximately 3 or 4 months now. But before we get into the interview, I just wanted to give you a little bit of background about OFP. OFP is a direct funding proprietary trading company that has been operating for a couple of years now. We are trying to be a source of capital for people who don't have access to it themselves or who would like to leverage what capital they do have to try and trade with larger funds. The reason for this is that we really do believe that everyone should have the choice and opportunity to effectively make their own sort of future, be financially independent, be their own boss, not have to work for money, but be able to develop themselves and invest in themselves to have that future that they would like. The way that we try and help people is to set ourselves apart from the rest of the market. And the way that we do this is that we give the traders greater autonomy and we reduce the obstacles that the trader has to fight through in order to get payouts. And these obstacles, prior to our entry into the market, tended to lead to effective payout rates of only 2% once you took into consideration verification challenges offered by other firms. So other examples of things that we've done is effectively we don't have any verification challenges. And this means that our payout rate is 34%. We have also recently taken the opportunity to increase the amount of accounts we have on offer from 20% payout all the way up to 40% payout. We have supercharged accounts. We have really tried to make something for everyone, regardless of the amount of money they're starting with and the type of trading style that they want. And we really do have the aim to create a fun and fair trading experience for all clients. So that's the background of OFP. And now we're going to interview Omer about himself and his trading. So I'd like to introduce today Omer. He has been a member of OFP since October 22nd of 2022. He has been trading with us with a $100,000 account and has been successful in getting a return of 5% in the first month, which is great for a first month. And since then, whilst he may not have had a payout with us in the last couple of months, what has been great is his mentality has been solid. He hasn't taken on the typical reaction, maybe to not getting a payout of a gambling mindset. And that's exactly what we like to learn and like to see. And hopefully, Omer will tell us a bit more about that later on. So Omer, it's lovely to see you. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm really good, doing well. Today
That's great.
Weekend, outside of the analyzing.
That's great. That's great to hear. So before we get into your trading and that part about you, tell us a little bit about yourself, a bit about your background.
I'm Omer. I'm Eritrean. I'm living in Switzerland. I'm really have 5 years in trading, and it was not profitable. I was always like a big loser. But last year I developed myself and I give really time to the trade. Now I'm doing well. And I leave everything and I start to be a day trader.
That's great. So why did you decide, as you said, you've been trading or you've been learning to trade for 5 years. Why did you decide to join OFP?
Okay, OFP is for me, first, when I know about there is some founded firm or something that you can trade for somebody, I had a lot of companies that I want to join, but the situation, it was not big when for me, uncomfortable because I was moving in that time. It was in October, and the law of the OFP market, it's really crazy because they have drawdown. It's absolute drawdown, and I see the rule with my strategy. It's the best that the best for me to be with this company exactly with the OFP because the trading down and the low and you are free to trade. You have no rules that we can push you and tell you, hey, no, do this or do that. You can use your style and you can do whatever, just if you keep in the rule in the same. And that's what I decided to be with the OFP, not with the other. Even now with the new program, I'm going to be enjoying it because I like the new refreshing in OFP.
That's great. That's all we love to hear. We love to see that people like yourself enjoy what we have to offer and really take advantage of that. So in terms of your personal lifestyle away from trading, what do you like to do in your day-to-day?
Really, I was working like retail worker, but like in October I supposed to divorce and be alone, and so then I said, okay, maybe it will be the time to be with a nice company like OFP. Then I can give my focus 100% here and not to go to be retail because, okay, retail is going to be the same, you're going to have the same routine for the year. But changing life, it's trading. If it's not gambling, if you trust your way, if you make then I decide, okay, I'm going to leave everything. I will never do anything out of the trading. And I feel good. I get it, I think.
That's great. I mean, it seems you've got a really positive mindset, and that is genuinely what we like to see, both approach to life and your approach to trading. And that's really healthy, I think. So really, that's great to hear. Thank you very much. So what we're going to do now is Omer is going to share his screen and he's going to run us through one of his good trades just in as much detail as he possibly can. So Omer, it's down to you. There you go.
Here we go.
Lovely.
In my strategy, first of all, I'm starting always my analysis with the 1 month, and I try to know where am I and what is passed before, that then I can know what is going on in the coming future. I use web analysis, and in the same time here, I see in the gold, it's going to WXYXZ. So I know now after WXYXZ, I will have two opportunities. Maybe it can be a big correction, it's coming in the way, or change direction. So in this way, I'm going to go to the lower part, then 1 week, and then I see, okay, now I have here wave and correction and wave and now I understand the wave A is finished in the correction, because if it's going to be the change direction, it's supposed to broke X here down and give me correction here, but that's not happen. It's finished here ABC. Then I understand, okay, now I will have B and C in the future, then to have the Fibonacci extension for the coming correction, if it's expanding or regular, or it's going to be maybe contractive. And then I take the Fibonacci for the future. But now I will going to go to the daily and to see what's going on after A. That means the ABC is like one wave A. Then I get here even like wave correction and wave. And this is ABC because we have divergence here. And I go to the 4-hour time to see what's coming after C, because even if I have changed direction or not, but it's giving me like, okay, it's going to be low correction and faster. That means it's A of the new correction is coming up. So and the wave is coming like WXYXZ, because in WXY here, I have no divergence between this one and this one. So now I'm waiting the Z. Now I understand I will have like normal, I will come down, but it will come not too much down lower, because the X, the Z, it's done when you 1 pip lower than Y. Then I'm going to go to 1 hour. Now I understand this is the coming here already done, but it's giving me correction that I will have a little bit lower. It's going to come lower. So I have here like A and B. And in this weekend, After the weekend in Monday, when the market open, I'm gonna wait the correction if it's gonna be running or expanding or contractive. Then when it's done here, then I'm gonna take the Fibonacci extension here for this wave. Then it will be around here or something. Then I will gonna close my trade here, my sell, and they will gonna start to search the opportunity to buy to start the wave B. This is what I like in the wave analysis. Like it's make you know what is coming in the future. Like I will have like four scenario, and if like with this one, I delete the two scenario that is change direction, and at the same time it will gonna be small correction, but it will gonna be the big. So I will have only now one scenario, and this is a finish, and then waiting B in the future to see. Because of that, I like this, and even I can scalp if I want, but I like even to make a little bit swing and profitable trade when I go inside. I like to check it in the 15 minutes to give exactly here. I can take the Fibonacci out here. Here, even if I see here, I have low momentum between this one, between the wave WX and XZ, sure it will gonna be low momentum. So I have to think that the Z is finished here maybe in the last, and in the same time the momentum it will gonna be really low. Then it will gonna give me the opportunity to go up. And when I want to be inside the trade, I will gonna wait only when Z is finished. I'm gonna wait a little bit pullback here and correction here, and without of the correction, I will be direct inside to buy. And this buy it will gonna be a really long buy because it's gonna be the Fibonacci extension for this one. Then it will gonna be really a nice opportunity to get a nice profit. Mm-hmm. That is what I use always for my analyze and when I take the trade. I like even to take the exactly like even like if I take from A here in the 15-minute, I don't know where the Z is done, then maybe I must make my stop loss here really down. And I don't like, okay, OFP market, it's help you to, you have a really very nice drawdown, but I don't want to make a lot of risk. So maybe if it's here, I don't want my stop loss passing here. And I like to have the first profit, it's supposed to be 1 to 3 until 1 to 5 minimum. And that's what I use always. Because of that, the pullback here, the change in direction, and if it gives me correction from the last correction here, 100% from the last movement, it's going to be here. If it will come 100% here from the last wave, which will be from C to D, now here, then here only pullback. I will not gamble in here because this is like a gamble. Then I'm going to take it here with the coming correction. Then I can make my stop loss even down of this correction because it's going to be really small because in the 15-minute chart. So it will be like I will going to maybe risk 500 dollar or something, not more. Mm-hmm. And the profit can be really very high to finish B. And then after B, when it's done, the B, I'm going to have the opportunity to take my profit here and then searching up opportunity to take the C wave too. And it's very nice. This is strategy. I like it. Even it's make me to quite the job because I know where I'm in and I know where I'm out. And if I don't force the trade, if I don't force myself to take the C, then it's okay. I will be really in comfortable and perfect place. I want to get my mentor to teach me this one last year, and that's what makes me comfortable. This is my way, and I wish it will be clear.
Lovely. I mean, yeah, it was very clear. I understood nearly all of it, which is great. So you said this is your strategy as you said, it's made you profitable. It seems that you really do take that nice low risk approach all the time. As you said, if you're not going to gamble, you set your stop losses so you don't lose too much, even though you have a comfortable drawdown. Has this been, how have you developed into this strategy? Sort of, as you said, you've been trading or learning for 5 years. How have you come to this one as your main strategy for the moment?
Okay, this is strategy really. I came to the strategy like last year exactly, and before that I had a little bit. I was learning from YouTube, not really mentor and something. It was not nice. In web analysis, I was learning before. I like it, but it was like I feel like it's old modern, or it's not going exactly like 50%. And when I changed my strategy, the old web analysis was not perfect. Then I went to other mentor, and this mentor, he really developed like a web analysis in the same time with price action. It's like he mixed three schools together, and then he gave me this way, and I really like it because even when I go inside the trade, if the movement after C it's not going in 2 hours, like in my way, what I want, then I directly stop, even if I'm in the profit, because it's not the amount, because we are here following the momentum, we are following the money with this strategy. And the only thing what I use only the MACD, because of that it's very nice, and it will never be busy my chart in the same way. And I can draw the coming scenario, and I just search the opportunity when I have 4 scenarios. So only it will gonna wave all the charts, or any chart it's waving like wave correction wave. Whatever any frame, if we are inside, it's wave correction wave, up, down, or line, or even in any direction, it's only wave correction wave. And the correction is nice opportunity to catch the coming wave. That I like this strategy, and even I don't use any indicator inside. And when I tested many times, and it was like really more than 70 if I control my emotion at the same time, and if I go in the exactly point, and if I use the price action in the last moment, then it will gonna be really perfect. Because now I was like, I had in Friday, I had this chance to get the B from A to B, but I don't take it. I want to take the quality. Because of that, I leave it. I leave even the web C is coming. And then I'm going to take it the C, because the C is the momentum. It's going to give me exactly like this fast movement. Like maybe in the first 15 minutes, I will going to change my stop loss to my entry point. So I don't want to gamble and wait like small movement. So I chose to take the quality. And the quality is really C movement, because like even here, if we have like, if you see A and B and C, we have it here. Here we have, this is web A, and this is web B, and this is web C. You see the C is going really very well. And okay, I can take like after 2 days, I can take one trade, or in 1 day, I can make one trade, but it's going to be really perfect. This is what I like. Mm-hmm. Even the stars, it will be kind of good.
That's great. And do you try to utilize scaling, or I'm guessing by the way you say, you tend to be quite confident in your entry point. So do you scale to try and take advantage of movements, or do you sort of buy once and just hold it?
Yeah, here, like, okay, I always use 2 things. Like when I take, like we said, I start to take C from here. I open one trade. When I change my stop loss to the entry point, I be sure, because if we look at very well here, like here, if I get this correction, the small correction, then here I can change my stop loss, and I can add more if I want here. But if I want, I like here to add like one, like here, maybe here I'm enter with 2 or with 1, then I come here, I'm gonna add 1. But this one, even when it's moved the next correction, then this one, my stop loss here. I try like possibly like what I can when the wave C is going. I know it's faster than B, like A is always fast and C is fast. Then when I go to with the first correction, some people, they say this one is smart money or something. The price action people, they say it's smart money. But this is my second entry because here I will see the momentum here. And I know the C is finished, then this is my first entry here, and here is the second. It's always here. And the second, I move it directly to, I change my stop loss here, and then I bring my profit here again, because I don't know what's going on in the market again. Then I will gonna follow the trade only with the momentum. Like when I go here, I get here, this is like, here I will have this A, and here the B. Here I will have the correction, the new ABC. Then I will know I will have even a small momentum. But it's exactly this action. It's coming here in the picture. Like this ABC here, I will have this few momentum. Then I know, okay, here I have low momentum. So it's the down, what is coming down here. It will be really not strong. This is A and B and C. Because of that, it's going to be here. And when we're going to compare between this momentum, the coming momentum, if we're going to see the momentum between this side for all the wave and what is will come in here, if the Z, it will gonna, the Z, if it will gonna pass here and it will gonna give me correction here for the future, that means it will be really keep going down. If not, because of that, I will gonna wait to give me pullback and correction, then this is sure change direction, and then we're gonna apply with the new pump. Because of that, this is what I like in this. I even don't use fundamental or something. I just use the news, and if the positive news for the gold or something, if it's coming with the C wave, then I will catch it before earlier because I have good news. If not, then I will gonna wait only the pullback and then go inside.
Lovely. Well, Omer, that's been really good. Thank you for going into so much detail. I'm really hoping that the viewers will sort of learn from that. So thank you very much, Omer. So, Omer, since you've started trading, how has your mentality changed? So maybe since you started the first 5 years, maybe regret in terms of, as you said, you don't like to gamble, your risk. Has it changed?
Wow. It's really changed, and this change is my mentality change. Even it's coming even in my real daily life, because our life is deal and trading is deal, and like I see, I had a lot of things. Like I had other field even without the trading. But it was hard, like you must search customer to win or something. But when I know about the trading, you just with one click, you can decide if you are win or lose. And even I start to think that, oh, the retail or the daily 9-to-5 job or something, it's not the future. The future is coming. I see like in investment and trading is the first way of investment. And then I decide, okay, Omer, you must close the E, like the rich dad, and for that book, what he said, like the E mindset is supposed to be stopped. And now I'm in S, I'm trying to be to E. And I think I'm the first step, and my step is with OFP, and now it's going to keep going even to make it more
That's better. Great. Yeah, that sounds like a really good approach to trading, and I think it's going to help set you up for more success later on. So looking at your trading history with OFP, when do you trade most often, or what point during the day?
With the OFP, the first started was in October. Mm-hmm. And in that time, the condition of me and the law of the OFP, it was the same. And like what I tell you before, my strategy, when I see it, it was really compared, and it was coming even the same. Mm-hmm. And because when I'm changing the mentality from E to S, I don't want to force because I will have emotionally problem the same. I mean, they have emotionally because I'm changing mindset from E to S. So it was really hard. And in this moment now, I'm going my first 5 steps or 4 steps with OFP.
Mm-hmm.
If I have I wish something even in the future, but maybe I'm gonna say it later. I wish even something in E.
Mm-hmm. Sure. And during the day, so when you wake up, when do you trade? Or if you're going to trade, do you do it in the morning? Does it have, you said you were trading with gold. Do you trade, what point in the day do you trade most often?
Always, okay, now here in Europe, like I start the real trade around 3:30. It's around 8:30 in the morning in American time because I'm only in the stock market and I take only like gold and oil and silver. I'm with this market because of that I must change my sleeping time and everything with the American. It's a little bit hard that because of that I concert only here and my time is always from 3 and I spend like 2-3 hours and sometimes even I can in Tokyo session or something if my strategy I will see like the seed will done there. But I like to leave the trade in the weekend. After I like to close all my position in the market day and leave it and go out.
Sure. Okay, that makes sense. And finally, in this bit, how do you review a trade? So, do you have a journal? Do you use a dashboard? How do you sort of look back over your performance?
The dashboard of OFP, you mean?
Yeah, what do you use? Do you have a written journal? Do you have a spreadsheet? How do you then look back at your trades to learn from them?
Really? That's crazy. I only write all my trade here. I have my price. Even if it's win, even if it's loss, I like to document every trade I go inside. Because if maybe I get the trade is not going past like what I want, then I must write why and how and like the 5WH portion I must make it in every trade. If it's win, why? Because this way I can make my strategy going well, and maybe I will need something in the future. Even now, I think next month even I'm gonna have a little bit like more school. I wanna even learn something to add. Even if it's enough, but I must be following the chart. The market is really not easy if you have only one step. Keep going.
Sure. Lovely. That makes sense. Thank you very much for saying that, and hopefully the viewers sort of learn something from that as well. Thank you very much. So, Omer, what are your future plans? So not just with trading in OFP, but in general, what do you plan on doing?
Really, my future plan is it's to go into invest more and have passive income. This is what I want. Like I try to build my passive income, and I want to be free. I want to be really free without any rule, and I want to be my own boss. I don't want to stay like retail or something. And this is what I'm trying to do. Only passive income that make me stepping and doing what I want and will.
Sure, that makes sense. I think that's a goal. Yeah, I think that's a goal for a lot of people, is try and get that financial independence, that financial freedom. As you said, be your own boss, not depending on the 9 to 5. And that's really what we're trying to facilitate here at OFP with all the sort of direct funding. So that's great. What would you say to others, maybe people who aren't yet with us, but watching this video? What would you say to them about OFP?
Really, first I will give 2 messages. The first message is the people who just gamble in the market, and they just take it like a risk, or like some of friends or something. He can gamble in the casino, but he don't want even try to trade or develop himself. First investment is supposed to be on you. You must even do the invest in yourself first for all. Learn how to get it, how to make it efficient, not try to take a fish, but try how to be really efficient. This is the first point. And the second, in OFP, the people who try really with this company, they must use the rule what is helping, like the drawdown, and they have many profit. Like there is no other company give daily drawdown 5K. That is very nice, and they must use this, and they must use money management in the same and risk reward ratio. If this two they have it, then the strategy it will be the rest. And they must really focus in and trying to take only the quality trade. Not every day you open the chart, you must trade. There is sometimes you're gonna just keep going, look into the market. And if they can catch this and they can hold and they can be like a robot, like without any emotion inside the charts, I'm sure everybody can be profitable. And I wish they do that.
That's great. I mean, you've actually answered pretty much everything I was going to ask you. The rules that you like with OFP, any guidance, and you've really summed that up quite nicely. So effectively, last thing I've got to say is, Omer, thank you very much for talking with me today. It's been a pleasure, really has been. Thanks for all the detail you've gone into, and hopefully it really does help some other traders learn. Again, I wish you all the success in the future and that you continue to grow as a trader with us at OFP. Thank you very much, Omer.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Thomas.
Thank you.